Well, good afternoon. It has been like over an hour since I was on here, showing you all the charcoal mask, and told you I would pop back on to do our live for the week. So I'm doing it early. I'm doing it today at 1 o'clock. So because of Valentine's Day, I thought I would help you all get your makeup perfect. Okay. So holy Nikes, let me see. Hang on. I've got some feedback going on. So just a minute. Hold on. Just okay. Now I'm back. All righty. So I'm going to do my makeup for the day. And I'm going to, so I've already cleansed up, of course, y'all know that. I did go and add my moisturizer over our biocellulose mask. So I used my nourishing oil. So I'm going to start off using my deep ivory all over my face to hide this red. So I'm just going to put this here like this. So again, this will be replacing tomorrow night's 8 o'clock. Okay, so I will be spending time with my man. So I'm going to use, you would use either a foundation brush. Yeah, let me just show you how to do that. So we're going to take our foundation brush. Now I already have my mascara on. So you would want to use your cream concealer brush around your eye if you already have mascara on, which I do because I didn't want to take up a whole lot of time putting that on. That takes me longer. I didn't want to hold you all up watching me do that. So got that on already. I feel like I can go so much faster when my mascara is already on. I don't like putting it on, but I can't go without it. No way, Jose. So I'm just going to blend all of this. Now I did a deep ivory. That's probably more close. It could be a smidge lighter than my neck, but I can just darken it up with my foundation. So right now I feel like the foundation that I chose might be a smidge too dark, but I knew it that I was going to use light ivory concealer. Not light, but deep ivory concealer all over my face. So that tends to make me, if I go with the foundation that looks like my throat, then I feel like I look way too light. So I'm going to blend that in. Okay. So that's my concealer. Now I'm going to go with my foundation. So I always start with it on my hand so that I do not use too much. Okay. So because if you use too much, you can't get it back in the tube. So I use what I feel like I need. And then I will grab more if I need it. Okay, so again, I'm going to put this on my eyelids. I do have like really veiny eyelids. So I like this foundation brush because it's kind of got an angle and I can go in here, especially with my mascara already been on. Now I will put a smidge of mascara like on over the tips when I'm completely done, because I feel like sometimes I have fallout from my shadow and I don't want my my eyelashes to have don't want my eyelashes to have shadow hanging on them. Okay, so I'm just going to put the foundation all over. Okay. Now when I'm doing like the second last coat of this, I'm pressing in more than I'm pulling and tugging. Okay. So now as this dries, you're going to see less and less of the red in my skin. Okay. Sometimes we're white here from the sun not hitting there, so you want to pull that down. I do always put mineral powder / setting powder, whatever you want to call it, over my matte foundation. And I'm pressing it into the tissue. Okay, I press it into the tissue because our products are non-comedogenic, which means it does not clog your pores. Okay, so I'm going to put that on. Okay, now before I put on my setting powder and my contour, I'm going to go ahead and do my first coat of eyeshadow, which is I'm going to use it with the cream concealer brush, the liquid shadow. I'm going to put it on with the brush instead of off that sponge so that it can be kind of drying really quick. I'm going to try to do this really quick because most of you all don't have time just to be so perfect with your makeup in the mornings when you're going to work. So I'm going to try not to talk so much and work fast. So this light base color is just to soften the lid. So you always want to start with, I like a more fleshy tone. I don't like a really white eyeshadow all over my eye. And once again, being in a hurry, I left my eye primer off, had it laying right here in front of me, and left it right off my eye. Oh well, it'll be okay for today. Eye primer keeps your eye makeup on longer. It keeps it from creasing, and it just helps it to look smoother and more vibrant, so you don't even have to use as much. This is 16. This is Starlet. Okay, so that is Starlet liquid eyeshadow. I used it with the cream brush that I believe is either $12 or $14. Now, I'm sure you all will be watching the replay because I am doing this like right in the middle of the day. And so you all can just make comments like you normally do to get your name into the drawing. Now, I got that color on. So this is the time where I do my eyebrow. Okay, so I'm going to be using this mirror so that I can see it well. So I'm going to use my brow pencil. Ignore the mirror might be dirty on the back. Okay, so we're going to start right at the tear duct. Okay, so I'm kind of going to just place me like a little starter dot right there. I'm going to use my, you want to use this. It may be a spoolie. Now, if you buy a new one, it's more like a mascara wand with this on the end, and it's $10. So I'm going to try not to get in the camera, but I'm going to start this here. So I'm going to draw from there to where I want. So like a straight line to my arch. And then from there, I'm going to come down. I want this to go past the corner, okay? So now I'm going to fill in above that line that I just drew. So you can just kind of draw these. You don't want it to be so perfect. Okay, so these can be short feathery strokes so that it looks more like hair. Okay, like that. You're going to come above the line that you just drew. Whoopsie, whoopsie, messed up there. The good thing about a pencil, if it messes up, you can just fix it. So I want that to look more like a hairline. So I want it to come all the way over to the tear duct. Okay. Now with this, see how horrible, like my eyebrows, they're all. So we're going to fill in here. So I'm going to start again, like right there. This is where I want it to begin, drawing my straight line to the arch. Usually I'll show you how to do it by putting dots, but I kind of know where it goes. And now I'm just going to fill in. See how I have all of these missing hair? Most people's eyebrows are not perfect, you guys. So almost every single person needs a brow pencil. This precision pencil I love. And this is amazing because see how I'm just doing short feathery strokes and I'm just filling in. Now, if you can remember, your eyebrows are not sisters. I mean, they're not twins, they're sisters. So this means they're not going to be identical. One's going to be easier to do. One possibly will look better. But with this little pencil, you can try to perfect it and make them look the same. Okay. I'm trying to stay in front of my door light over there because it blocks out and makes my camera go dark. So there you go. Y'all can see what my brows look like before that. 14 bucks would be the best 14 bucks along with the 14 bucks for your foundation brush. Amazing. Love them. Okay. So I've already got my first coat of eyeshadow on. Now, before I go ahead and finish up my eyes, I'm going to let you all see the new contouring stick that we have. These are brand new, your consultant. Some of them have early ordering privilege. So they get to order, they've already ordered them. Others get tomorrow. So you may want to hit your consultant up to go ahead and pre-order you one of these. Now notice one is matte, one side is matte, and one side is shimmer. The matte is the one you're going to use. You're going to use the matte to contour with, okay? Not the bronzing side, okay? I'm not using the bronzing side, I'm using the matte. This, you do not want people, okay? You don't want people seeing. And bronzer, if it's shimmer, people's going to pay attention to that. Okay, so we don't want shimmer out here. We're using this to erase the outer part of our face, okay? We're using this to create contours and erase the outer part of our face, okay? So this is what this looks like. I'm going to start at my little ear baby, and I want to stop it right at the end of my cheekbone. So I'm going to use this, the contouring. Now, because it is a liquid, I am going to go ahead and use my foundation brush for blending, just because I find that to be easier than trying to use a different brush. So again, we're using this to erase the outer part of our face, okay? So now when I'm done, I want to make sure that I don't have any lines, okay? So we're going to blend like this to make my face look smaller and to erase. Now, I have to say, I did not like this the other day when I tried to blend it with a different brush, but now I am seeing I really like it using the foundation brush. So you would need instead of a blush brush, the blush brush works better with the powder one that we have, but the foundation brush works better for this one, okay? Now, this is making my face look slimmer. So we're gonna do that, put that there, but I do like this now that I'm using, I didn't feel like I had control the other day, okay? So I want to erase this part of my face and create, now this is going under the cheekbone, okay? It's not going on top of the cheekbone. It's going underneath to bring out my cheekbone, okay? So just blend really well underneath the cheekbone, okay? See where I'm at? That is what I'm doing. Now, I take my time to come on here and show y'all how to do this. So I hope that, I ain't saying that for praise, but I really want y'all to learn how to, makeup is really just learning techniques to bring out your best feature, okay? That is what we're doing with makeup. Not to cover up and hide, but to actually hide things we don't want people to see. But so I just used the matte side of the bronzer. Now later, if I wanted to highlight my cheekbones or I wanted to look a little more tanned, I would use the bronzer side. So the bronze shimmery side is for a sun-kissed look, okay? So now I've got my bronzer on. Bronzer. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eyes. So I got my first base coat on, which is a light color. And since it's Valentine's Day, I want to go in with these colors like Dusty Rose, Merlot, and chocolate, like a chocolate covered strawberry. So we're going to use the chocolate covered strawberry look, okay? So I'm going to start with Dusty Rose in the crease of my eye. Now notice I'm not going on the eyelid. Okay, I'm not going on the eyelid. I'm going in between the eyeball and the bone, but I'm blending up. So if you're holding a mirror at home, you always want to remember to hold it arm's length because that's how everyone else will see you. Now, if you look at this, see how this eye is, I should have put my eye cream on over that. It looks a little puffy. So I'm going to see how it's not as deep set as this one. It looks a little more hooded. See how you're not seeing my lid when it's open? So I'm going to create, I'm going to take this, put it in behind the eyeball and blend up onto the bone so that when, now see how I'm blending with my eye open so that I can make sure that this is there, okay? And I'm blending very well with the all over color brush. You can use the crease brush for this as well, but I personally love the all over color brush that comes in the brush set. So I want to make my eye look deeper set and more open, okay? Now I'm going to use the smudger brush from the brush collection that's pointy like this. I'm going to start out with espresso, which is kind of a dark brown. Okay, where do we go? Dark brown, chocolatey color. And I am going to show you a technique that this might be better for you. So I'm going to start going at the corner of my eye. I'm going to make a straight up line like that. Okay, let me go over here. Straight up line. Maybe this will help you learn how to do your V better. Because what we want is that lifted look. So I'm going to go to the corner of my eye. And then I'm going to come out from the corner like this and start to make it into a V. Can you see that? Now I'm keeping my eye open. Now I am going very thinly, like right down in there because I want to shape that eye. Does that make sense? I'm going to shape that eye, but I'm coming up above. See how I'm going up above onto the bone with this color. I'm also going to take this little wedger brush And I'm coming right up under my eyelash. Okay, like that. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to come back to this eye. Going right in behind that bone again, building on that straight line. Building up like that. Deep colors, dark colors sets things back. So what we're actually doing with this color is light colors bring things forward, which is what we want the lid to do, especially on a hooded eye. We're going to bring that lid forward. Now, can you see how you're seeing my lid more, even though that skin was hanging over? This dark color is setting this skin, making it appear. It's an illusion we're creating. So that's what makeup does. Now, and if you'll notice, I'm just going with the thin line down, following the curve of that eye, like making an almond shaped eye. Then I'm coming underneath the lashes, right at the root of my lash, coming all the way across. Okay. Okay, let me get back over here. See. Okay. Now see that? See how much wider that is making my eye up here? Okay, now I'm also going to use the same brush, and I'm going to come in this Merlot right there. This is like a brownie burgundy color. And I'm going to begin to place that right over that dark brown that we just did. This is going to give me that smoky eye. Okay. I'm trying to get you all ready for Valentine's Day. So you look really hot tomorrow for your date. Now I'm quite sure my date might be right here in my house. You know, we have been married for, I guess, 39 years. We married as soon as I was out of high school. So he will probably want to take me somewhere fabulous. And I will probably say, honey, I just want us to spend time here alone at home. Actually, he is very nice to me. I am not making fun of him. He is a very good man to me. Okay. Hold on, I need to check out this thing. Yep, that looks pretty good enough. Now, can you see? I look like I have a spot between my lashes. So instead of using eyeliner today, I think I'm going to come back with the Merlot. Along my lash line, along with the espresso. And I'm just going to put this right along my lash line because I want my eyelashes to look darker and fuller. Can you tell? And then I'm going to smudge some right around in there, pulling it up. I see a spot. I think I got it. By George, I think I got it. Okay, so I'm going to come around here with my deep brown eyeliner, getting as close to the root as my excuse me, as close to the root of the lash. Now I told you I already have mascara on. Gonna mix a little Merlot in with that one. Okay. Then I'm gonna do the same on the bottom with this little brush right here. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my blender brush and I'm gonna blend. Okay, I need this brush here. Blend this eye. I have no idea if anybody's watching or not, but if you are, say hello. Sorry, didn't mean to get my mirror in the way. Okay. I'm going to use a little brush for cleanup here. Eyeshadow tends to fall underneath here. Okay. So now I think I'm done with that. So I'm going to use, excuse me. Okay. What else am I getting ready? Okay, so I'm going to use, now I already used my Intensity mascara. That I love, but I'm going to come back because I love to use this after I do my shadow, just on the tips in case I have fallout from my shadow. Like I don't want there to be shimmer on my lashes from my eyeshadow. So I always do come back a second time with this. Now on this second coat that I'm doing here, I really push up on my lashes to lift them. I always say that that first coat of mascara you put on is like a hairspray. So it's going to keep your lashes up so that I want them to look longer. I'm going to move this around on the tips, making sure like I almost close my eye. To get this on the tips, okay? I think I just hit my eye, but I can clean it up, so just go right there at the root and really lift up on them so that you're going all the way to the tips with this color so that any hair, you have hair all the way to the tips of your lashes, okay? And then just because some eyeshadow probably fell on those, I'm going to put a little more on my bottoms. But this does not take long once you have your mascara on, so I love this. I love having my mascara done. So, making sure I'm going on the tips. Okay, can you see that? Can we see them? I hate having to fool with my lashes a lot on here with y'all, because I'm sure you get bored. But now I do come back over here to the corners, and I try to make sure I move these down so that all of them is not going up that direction. I try to move them back so they're in their right place out here. Okay, got to make sure we have lashes out here so that our eye stays whatever reason, the way that light's hitting me or something, I look like I don't have any on this eye. Okay, anyway, that's good. All right, got too many things to be doing, just sitting here just primping like I have nothing else to do. Okay, now I typically already have my lipstick on just because I can't stand it. I'm going to try our two new spring colors. They are, let me get right here to them and see what the names of them are. Okay, these two new colors right here. Berry Raspberry and Think of Pink. Berry Raspberry and Think of Pink. Now, I know I have a yellow shirt on today, but I will be putting on my black beauty coat here in about an hour to do a makeover. So I'm going to start with think of pink. So I think I'm going to try, let me see, do I want to do neutral liner, medium neutral, or do I want to do rose? Let me think. I think I'm going to do rose. So we're going to do the Cupid's bow first. Remember to try to round your lips so they don't peak. Round them off. One of our makeup artists told us it's more sexy to have a rounded lip than a pointy lip. So I try to do what he says. Keeping your mouth closed after you do the Cupid's bow, you're going to come like this. Is anybody watching me? Oopsie. Let me go back. Anybody watching? Is anybody watching? Okay. So we're going to keep our mouth closed and come up from the corner. See if I were to draw down. See how I would cut half my lip off? So then I want to color in here. I'm going to come down here. Then I'm going to go down like that. And then I color in my cracks. Hey, Henrietta. So, see I'm coming down here. To stay right on my natural lip line. I'm going to color in there like that. So that I always have color in here. I can't see what you're saying. Hang on, let me put my... Oh, you're on lunch, taking your lunch with me. Well, thank you. Now, I don't know why, but it gets out past the corner of my lip there. Now, I'm first going to try this, this pink here, okay? So let me, there it is. I'm going to use a little sample. Now, I used rose liner. I like mine to be a little bit darker. Doggone samples, it's hard to get a hold of them corners. Okay. So I'm going to fill in with the think of pink. Let's see, and I got yellow on. Oh yeah, I think I like it. Okay, now see my little corner over here gets a little bit crazy. So instead of wiping down like this, I'm going to wipe in so that I don't get color all over my face. Now I just went and see how that looks white. Okay, so what do y'all think? You like that color? Okay, now I'm gonna put on some blush. Are y'all excited? I'm almost done. Yes. So I think I'm going to go for some Shy blush. I'm going to put a little bit of Shy. So you can mix warm tones and cool tones together. So even though we're using a pink lip color, okay, so I'm going to turn my brush around. I don't want to come any closer to my nose than 3 fingers. So I'm going to come right, now this is going right on top of the contour. So it's staying right on top of my cheekbones like that. Okay. And then this contour is to slim our face down. Okay. Now I'm going to use our new cream highlighting stick. So one side is a pearl and one side is a little creamy looking. Let me get over here. Okay, creamy, and then one side's a little wider. So I'm going to use the wider side. I'm not going to come down my nose with that, I don't think. I feel like that might be too shimmery. So I'm going to come down my cheekbone like that. I'm going to add a little of it in here. And then I'm going to blend just a smidge with my, but I should have, what I did with my blush brush. I don't want my blush to be gone from there. And over the arch, okay. So from about there, I need another brush to blend with. Let me see, which brush do I want? Which brush do I want? I think I'm going to, for this, I would possibly use like the cream concealer brush. So you would need a second one for that. And let me see what I'm doing, picking up the brush. I'm afraid I could have some of my eyeshadow in that. That's why I started not to use that. Okay. I don't want there to be a line, so I want it to just be, but I want this shimmer to open up my eye. Okay. So I did put a smidge right there. Now, some people put it, I'm going to turn it to the rosier side and put it like there. And then some people put it down the bridge, but I don't want to do that because I don't want shimmer coming down my face. Okay, but I am last going to close up with the light ivory concealer in here. I really like me some Think of Pink, okay? Now, I don't want shimmer around this eye, so I am using light ivory concealer as a highlighter on my eye. And see, I would prefer that in here instead of, if you can tend to be shiny on your, like in here, and you put that shimmer, then it's going to, it could appear to be oily instead of a highlighter, okay? So now, I should have already had that one done, but I did not. But notice how I'm drawing that straight up. So for one thing, we're cleaning up, drawing my eyeshadow straight up so that it's lifting my eyes, okay? Now, if you're going to use light ivory concealer under your eyes, I'm trying to get in here where there's darkness with a smidge of that. But you need to come back with your, you really need to set it with your ivory pressed powder. Okay, ivory pressed powder. And I do like it. I like the contouring sticks. Yay or nay on the nose? What's your all's opinion? Yay or nay? But we're going to set this underneath my eye and my forehead because I don't want that to look chalky. Okay, and lastly, love doing this. Got to find my brush for this, but I love doing, I did have, there it is. I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to put either the bronze pressed powder, or I think I'm going to go with latte. I could have used my cream, and I should have, but it's too late. So I'm going to do my contour right in here like this. I like to do it after I do my highlighter so that I don't mess this up, okay? Now see how I am just going to blend this so that it draws attention to my eyes. So we're going to blend, blend, blend. Okay, get my hand, and then I'm going to blend a smidge more, okay? Now, when we're contouring and all that, we don't want that to be all people see when they see us, okay? So we're going to blend this up. But what I'm doing here is drawing attention to my eyes, okay? Making my nose look a little more narrow. There we go. There we have it. See my contour highlighting just in the center of my face. And then you can set it with translucent powder. So I'm going to set it all when I'm done. So for you oily girls, oh my gosh, I just realized I forgot my, oh my gosh, I forget so much. I forgot my foundation primer. Oh, well, I'm a lost cause, aren't I? So there you go. What do you think? Do you like the highlighter on my nose or not? Okay, this is your Valentine video early. I hope y'all have a great Valentine's Day. After watching this, make comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you like the most. And if there is any of this color that you would like to have, you get $10 off from your consultant today, okay, or tomorrow. Actually, it can run through Wednesday because some of you may not watch this till Tuesday. So I'll give you to Wednesday off of the any of the stuff that I just did, or the two products that I talked to you about earlier. You can get $10 off of any of this that I talked about today, or the biocellulose mask, or the facial peel. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a great Valentine's Day. God bless. See you. Remember, nobody loves you like Brenda Howell. Bye.